All right. Welcome back to JonesyCast. Hey, I'm Jonesy. This is the cast. Please like and subscribe if you want to like and subscribe. Buttercream 1999, 21 minutes ago. Boyfriend 25 male shuts down when I, 24 female, bring up issues. We've been together for almost 2 years, and over this time I noticed I'm always the one bringing up the issues and trying to make things right. But when I do, he will barely say something to acknowledge it and then will completely shut me down for at least a day. I love him and he's not a bad person at all, but this is just getting tiring and I don't know what to do. I considered leaving, but can't find the strength to do so. All right, check this out. Miss Buttercream. We've been together for almost 2 years and you're always the one bringing up the issues and trying to make things right. So the first thing to notice is that you think that when you see an issue, you're trying to make it right. It seems as though he doesn't see that something's wrong and he may be right. And here's what I mean. Sometimes you're going to bring up an issue and you'll be right, and sometimes you'll be wrong. Sometimes he will do the same and he will be right or he will be wrong, right? It appears that he's just happy the way it is, or if he's not happy about the way it is, he's not unhappy enough to do anything about it. Do you see what I mean? Like he doesn't have enough of an incentive to make changes or to address the issues that you're bringing up. Now, it could also be the case that he doesn't know how to. A lot of young men raised by even two awesome parents don't know how to really address issues, right? So when you bring something to him, he goes, because he doesn't know what to do. He's never been in this situation before. And that's what you got to remember as well. He's never been in this situation before, just like you, right? Now, what he might be doing when he shuts it down for a day is trying to avoid you until you stop thinking about the issue, right? So then he can act like you've forgotten about it so that you can just keep on going with the relationship that he currently has. Now, in the second paragraph, you've said, I love him. I don't doubt that. He's not a bad person at all. I don't doubt that. But this is just getting tiring and I don't know what to do. Well, you've got a couple of options. Number one, before you start anything, before you do anything about this, you need to write down what you want in a relationship. That's the first thing you want to do. Not in this relationship, but in any relationship. If I was to just with a magic wand give you the perfect relationship, I want you to write down what that looks like. Okay. Because then you can compare the relationship you're in to the one you want, right? That list that you write down, and write it down. It's not a joke. Write it down. Because that will be the compass for when things like this happen again, because they will. And they will happen in any relationship, right? Every relationship has its problems, as I'm sure you know. The only difference is whether or not both people are willing to address those problems. It looks like you're willing to address those problems, but one person can't take two people, right? Two people have to take two people. So, and look, of course it's getting tiring. So the options you've got are, after you've written down what you want in a relationship and you've kind of explored your thoughts, you need to have a conversation with him and you need to sort of say to him, look, essentially what you've put on the screen. Look, I don't know why it seems like you don't want to talk about the things that I want to talk about. I don't know why when I bring things up, you just kind of shut down and it seems like you push me away for a day. Now, don't tell him that he pushes you away for a day. Tell him that you feel like he pushes you away for a day. And there's a subtle but very important difference there. If you say, you push me away, he can go, no, I don't, right? Because that's not his intention. But if you say, I feel like you push me away for a day, you can't argue with, I feel like, okay? So you can have that conversation with him. That's option one, in which you say, look, I don't know why this seems to be happening. Do you have anything to say about this? Do you have anything to give me about this, right? And And if he doesn't come up with anything, well, then there's your other option, which is to break up with him. I mean, I don't like saying that, but sometimes if you can't change a situation and you can't deal with the situation, you have to walk away. There's only 3 ways to react to anything: change it, deal with it, walk away, right? So now at the end, you've said, I considered leaving, but I can't find the strength to do so. Don't worry about that. Okay. Don't sit there and think that you are weak, or that you will never leave, or that you are a bad person because you're getting what you don't want to get. You're actually giving him a good chance, and that is a good thing to do, right? But so I'm 34 now. When I was 23, I had a girl absolutely break my heart, and I went to my best mate's mum and I said to her, I don't even know how to feel. It's not about what to do. I don't know how to feel. And she goes, look, man, when you've had enough, you'll have had enough. You know, that's just the truth. And it's the same for you. When you've had enough of this, you will have had enough of this. And that is when you will just leave. And in a sense, it won't be your choice. You will sort of find out what your limit is and learn about yourself in this relationship. Now, keep in mind, you're only 24. Okay. There's a lot of women that by the age of 24, they know a lot. They kind of have an idea of what they want and in a man, in themselves, in a relationship, in life. The problem is they're either stuck with a guy or they've only been with guys that have wasted their time, right? And they've been wasting time. But what will happen from this is that you will learn so much about who you are. And keep this in mind. I mean, you are a woman unto yourself. You know, my mother said something to me one day about my father. My father was very protective of my mother. And my dad goes to me, my mum goes to me, sometimes dad forgets that I was a woman before he met me, right? So you were a woman before you met him. You were, looks like about 22. And you will be a woman after him. You know, you will be strong, you will be worthy, you will be awesome. But only if you work on yourself. And you will be better because you made the difficult decision. Either way, whatever it is a difficult decision to leave someone. It is also a difficult decision to try to work on the relationship with them. From my perspective, it's not a difficult decision to walk away from someone if they refuse to work on the relationship. I mean, but then again, I'm very aware now of time. Time's ticking away. I don't have that much time, you know, so... look, I hope it seems like I've been rambling, but I hope this video has been useful to you, and I wish you all the best.